All right, everybody, this is Richie Contartesi, and I had an absolutely different podcast planned for today, but I had a series of events happen yesterday, and I figured last minute I was going to switch up this podcast because this is really, really important. You see, I published a video yesterday, not published, but I reposted a video yesterday in regards to finding your purpose and your passion. There was a kid that he ended up becoming the #1 recruit for Alabama, and his story of where he came from having nothing and how he found football, which was his purpose and his passion, and it's basically set him free, where he would have been probably into drugs and probably wouldn't even be alive or would be in jail right now. And so I posted this, and I had somebody write a comment and basically say, I'm in a position in my life where I'm looking to re-find my purpose. I've had a series of bad events, and I'm looking to re-find my purpose and my passion. And so I wanted to make this podcast to share with you guys how to re-find your purpose and your passion, because not everybody falls into the category of I'm super talented and I found football. And so I think that's really, really important. And so that's what I'm going to share with you guys here today.
Welcome to The Richie Show, a personal development mastermind. Richie is an entrepreneur, speaker, author of In Spite of the Odds, and he's addicted to motivating, inspiring, and sharing the valuable information he used to accomplish his dreams so you can accomplish yours.
All right, so I think, like I mentioned before, I think this is critical. This is super important, and a lot of people feel this way, and a lot of people are going through this. So let's talk about this real quick here. This is the message that I got, and if this relates to you in any way, let's talk through this, and I definitely want to do this. So what about when your purpose changes? I'm navigating through that right now. I have a clean slate with which to paint my canvas, and I know I don't want to go back to doing what I was doing before. I know I still want to use natural gifts and change lives, but I don't want to work in the same environment. Any suggestions for rediscovering one's purpose? Feeling super pensive right now. Okay. All right, so great. So that's an awesome question, and I wrote back to her with my course or whatever, but I really want to dive into this deeply here. I found something that it really resonated with me, and I think it's going to be really powerful for you in what I'm about to go through, how I'm going to share this with you. And by the time this podcast is completed, you're going to feel much better about your purpose, or you'll probably have found it by the time it's completed. So let's talk through this real quick. This is pretty cool if you're into math or you're an engineer or something like this. But passion plus daily action equals purposeful life. Now, to give credit, this is from the Huffington Post, and it looks like someone by the name of Shannon Kaiser, wrote this, but I think it's great. So passion plus daily action equals purposeful life, right? So consider that the real purpose of anyone's life is to be fully involved in living. Try to be present for the journey and fully embrace it. Soon you will be oozing with passion, and you will feel so purposeful and fulfilled you'll wonder how you lived life without it. Enjoy the journey until your own awesome life. Try to be present. Try to be present, right? So I'm going to kind of dive through this in much more detail here that I think is really, really going to help you. But one thing that I want to make really clear in the beginning, okay? This whole notion that there's only one purpose. This is ridiculous. They're like, they give up because they haven't found this one purpose that's meant only for them. So they give up. Like, I look at, because I can easily use myself for an example. My purpose, I know, is, I speak and I help other people overcome obstacles. I also wrote a book about peak performance. And I also am involved in, I'm just now getting started in real estate investing, and I'm going to help people find their dream home. So, you can have multiple purposes. So getting caught up on the fact that there's only one purpose and I only have one purpose, this is a very big mistake. So first thing is, don't get caught up on just, you have to find this one purpose, this one thing. It's not the case. All right. The second thing is to take action. We can think our brains off. We can think forever, but you have to try. You have to attempt. So one of my really good friends, her name is Mona, and she's actually really inspiring to me. You know, she's like, I want to go out and I want to try new things and I want to do things. And so she started like doing acting, like as a background actor and stuff like that. It's always something she wanted to try to do. Most people would never attempt to do this. You can agree with me. Most people would not do that. And the fact that she actually went and did it, and now she was networking and she found a role in a movie where she'll actually be speaking in a part. So she'll actually be talking and like during a part of a movie. So it went from being like a background actor to someone talking in the movie that fast. And how did she do that? Through networking. So, and it was awesome when she told me that. And I told her, I was like, you're absolutely right. You can't wait for, your purpose. You can't wait for things to happen to you. You have to create your own success. The people that wait for them are the people that are in their 60s and their 70s and they're still waiting for that one thing to happen to them. So I was super inspired by that because she took action, and most people won't do that. So think about this, and we're going to go through this, and I'm going to help you figure out what your purpose and your passion is. But you can think about it all day, for years, for your whole life, until you're on your deathbed. It's easy to do that, but you have to take action. So I just want to let you, kind of preliminary that you must take action. Okay. I'm going to go through some questions here. And while I'm going through these questions, I want you to try to think quickly. Get a pen and paper real quick. I want you to think quickly, and then you can always circle back around. And I want you to not so much think with your heart, not so much think with your mind, but think with your heart. Think with your heart. When you feel emotional. And I know that's crazy coming from a guy, like, oh, feel emotional. I don't care. I feel emotional. I love emotion. So feel emotion, okay? Here's the first question. What do you like doing so much you forget to eat? I don't know about you, but I get freaking hangry. I get hangry all the time. If I don't eat, I am a very unhappy person. But there's days when I have 3 speeches and I don't have time to eat, and I don't care. I don't even think about eating. I forget eating. When I was playing football and I would have a game, I wouldn't eat for hours, 6, 7 hours, because I was so in the zone. There's a book out there, I can't remember the name of it, and the heck is the name of it? Anyways, it's about being in the zone and how you just, like, I'll never forget, man, like I would be in a play and I would go to make a catch, 97,000 people in the stands, and I couldn't hear a sound, let alone to think about eating, because I was so in the zone. So what do you do when you're in that zone? You're in the zone. You're just so excited. What is that for you? What does that look like for you? If you found out you were going to die, what would you do? If you found out today you had 6 months to live, what would you do? Would you go back to your job, if that's the case? What would you do? And to take it a step further, if you were going to die What would you do to change the world? What would you do to change the world? And to give you an example, I'll share with you mine. And I'm working on it as we speak. You know, when I go out and speak with at conferences, at schools, at corporations, you know, I can only impact so many people. I can only impact so many people. I can only help so many people overcome obstacles, reach their peak performance, do their best, achieve their goals. When I write a book, I can still only influence so many people. So I gotta make other channels. I got a podcast. So if I was going to die, I would continue doing exactly what I'm doing right now, but on a larger level. You know, I'm looking to try to get a movie made. I want In Spite of the Odds to be a movie. Why? Because I want people who aren't talented enough, who aren't big enough, who aren't smart enough, who don't think they're good enough to go after what it is that they want. Because every single one of us was given a dream. Every single one of us was given a purpose, multiple purposes, multiple passions. It was given to us for a reason. And it's up to us to take that to the next level. Nobody's going to do it for us. Nobody. But I would love to make a movie. I want to make a movie. Why? I want that thing to be in theaters. Why? Because I can impact more people. I can impact more people. And that's what it's all about. That is what it is all about. How would you save the world? How are you going to save the world? And how do you want to be remembered? How do you want to be remembered? Now, when you're writing down these questions, and I've had this happen, and it was mind-blowing to say the least, right? It literally is. So listen to me closely here. This is huge. You're going through these questions. You're writing the answers. I want you to dig deeper and dig deeper in these answers until you literally make yourself cry. Yes, make yourself cry. I want you to dive into these answers and to keep digging deeper until you cry. Because once you cry, you're emotionally all in. It really emotionally matters to you. And once you've hit in that point, you've got it. You've got it. The next thing I want you to think about is what is your why? And these questions are going to pull that why out of you. We all want freedom and happiness. We all want freedom and happiness. But I had the opportunity to consult for an organization that's actually changed a lot of things for me and has really benefited from me. And what I learned from them is that everybody has 5 whys. Everybody falls into, let me answer that better. Everybody falls into 5 different categories of a why. Okay? And they're this: health, status, freedom, time, and legacy. And I don't want to spend too much time on this, but let's make it simple here. Health means that your why and what you're doing is because you want to get healthier, you want to get better, or you need to help somebody who's unhealthy. Status, which means you're doing what you're doing because you want status. You want to be known as somebody who has a lot of money or is famous or something like that. Freedom, you just want to be free. You want to be financially free. Time, you're spending so much time at work. You're spending so much time doing the things you don't want to do that your why is because you need more time. And legacy is because you want to build something for your family. So once you figure out what your passion is, you got to figure out why you're doing it. Because once you figure out why you're doing it, that's going to help you push you through the moments when you're trying to overcome obstacles. When you have, when you're ready to quit, because we all know that it's going to happen. You're going to want to quit. It's the bottom line. There's going to be moments. I don't care. Right now, you're excited. Things are going, you're pumped. You figure out your purpose and your passion. You're ready to go after it. But a few months, a few weeks, down the road, all of a sudden, obstacles start coming up and whatnot, and you want to quit. And so you got to have a why. So you found your purpose and your passion, but you've got to have a why. You've got to have a why. My why is really personal to me. It's really personal to me, and it means a lot to me, and it makes me emotional when I think about it. It should make you emotional. If it's not making emotional, then you're not stretching. You're not striving. It should make you very emotional. Very emotional. I didn't want to make this podcast too long because I really want you to spend the remainder of the time that we haven't talked here to continue writing and stretching these answers until you start getting super emotional, until you cry. I want you to cry. Cry. Who cares? I cry. I'm a grown man. I don't care. I don't. I want to. It feels good. Whatever. I don't care. Anyways, guys, first of all, I just want to say I appreciate you guys joining me today. I know this is not the topic that I originally had planned, but after I got that message, it really meant a lot to me, and I want to make sure that we really hit on this. If you want a step-by-step process to walk through this on finding your purpose, finding your passion, and then your why, and then writing down your goal, I do have an online course. It's at My Bliss University. It's also on, or myblisuniversity.com. It's also on Udemy. And what I'll do is I'll share some links on my website, or if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're on iTunes or Stitcher, you can just go to Udemy and type in Richie Contartesi, my name, and it will pop up there too. So there's multiple different places that you can grab this. If you're also just wanting to read a book about peak performance and overcoming obstacles, you can hop right on to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and just type in Spite of the Odds, and that will come up for you too. Anything that I can do to help you. If you're watching this on YouTube, please comment below, ask questions, tell us your story. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Give me feedback. I want to make sure that I'm helping you. I want to make sure that I'm helping you stretch, find your purpose, find your passion, achieve success. That's what this is all about. That's why I'm here. That's what this podcast is for. And, I really, truly hope that I'm helping you strive for more and achieve the goals that you set out for yourself. And if you don't have goals yet, find those goals, find that passion, and achieve the success that you're meant to be. We've all been given a goal. We've all been given a dream. In our lives, most people have nailed that down, have knocked it down, have told us we couldn't do it. We've told us ourselves we couldn't do it. But it was given to us for a reason, and it's on us to find it, to cultivate it, to go after it, and to achieve it. It's on us. Nobody is going to do it for us. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you next week. Please subscribe, iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, wherever you're at. Please subscribe. Please leave a review. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next week. Thanks, and have a great day.